You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
In a moment that has captured the attention of the world, all living Israeli hostages held in Gaza have finally been freed after 2 harrowing years in captivity. The last group of 20 surviving hostages was released by Hamas and safely returned to Israel, bringing an end to a prolonged chapter of fear and uncertainty for their families. Sadly, the bodies of 28 hostages who did not survive remain in Gaza, but arrangements are being made for their return under the terms of a U.S.-brokered ceasefire agreement. As part of this historic deal, the release of Palestinian prisoners from Israeli jails is now underway. This includes 250 individuals serving long or life sentences, and over 700 detainees held without charge since the Hamas-led attacks on October 7, 2023. The move represents a delicate and significant step toward stabilizing a region long marred by conflict. The news has been closely followed in Israel, where U.S. President Donald Trump addressed the Knesset, Israel's parliament, to highlight the significance of the moment. After 2 harrowing years in darkness and captivity, 20 courageous hostages are returning to the glorious embrace of their families, Trump said, emphasizing the relief and joy felt across the nation. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised Trump's leadership, calling him the greatest friend Israel has ever had in the White House, and reiterated his commitment to peace following the hostages' return. Emotional reunions unfolded across Israel, as hostages arrived at military facilities for medical screenings and heartfelt meetings with loved ones. Among them, Omri Miran, kidnapped more than 700 days ago, was reunited with his wife and children, marking a deeply moving moment of relief and healing. For many, these reunions represented the first step in a long journey of physical and emotional recovery after years of uncertainty and fear. Meanwhile, the Israeli opposition, led by Yair Lapid, lauded President Trump, calling him deserving of the Nobel Peace Prize for his role in facilitating the ceasefire and bringing hostages home. Lapid spoke of the opportunity to forge regional alliances and called on neighboring countries to work together for lasting peace in the Middle East, highlighting the broader potential impact of this historic agreement. While the liberation of all living hostages has been celebrated, attention now turns to the difficult work of returning the deceased hostages and rebuilding stability in Gaza. Both Israeli and U.S. officials have emphasized that this is a pivotal moment for peace, but that careful diplomacy and continued vigilance will be required to ensure that the region can move forward. In Israel, the nation stands united in gratitude and relief. With families finally able to hold their loved ones again, the images of joyous reunions, tearful embraces, and celebrations mark a historic turning point, one that will be remembered for years as a moment when hope overcame fear and the bonds of family and nation were restored. Stay subscribed for more videos.